Alright, so I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a quick and easy cargo net. You can use it for fishing, you can use it for camping, you can use it as a seat for you to sit on. It'll hold a lot of weight. This is paracord. I'm pretty much just going to use it as a net for my motorcycle to be able to carry things and be able to wrap my helmet whenever I don't use my helmet. So let's go ahead and begin. So pretty much what you see here is two ends wrapped around in a loop and tied up in the end. All right, pretty simple. Got two thumbtacks holding it up on the wall so that we can start the process. On the bottom, we got the same thing going on. Rope wrapped up in a loop and tied up in the end. And as you can see, just a knot at the end. Now I'm going to show you the endings of these lines. You see that? Now the reason why they look like that is because you have to burn them at the end of the line. See if I can focus a little there. And you want to burn them so that way they stay solid. So when you cut the line, when you first cut the line, they come out frayed like this. And then what I do is I take it to the bathroom with the cigarette lighter. So I bring it to the bathroom with the cigarette lighter. I make sure everything is nice and neat sticking out. And then I just hit it with the lighter. And get it to create a small little dome there at the end. Once it's done with that, just hit it with a little bit of water. And it stays that way. Perfect, neat. Sometimes you can also like push it down. Like I was pushing it down before earlier on some of them. And made a nice little flat surface. But here you see, that's perfect enough. That holds it together. Let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so as you can see, the first lines, that one and this one that I started with, are just a military green. And then I bought camouflage line. Camouflage line, which is pretty much everything you see here. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 lines that we're going to put on there. And I'm going to show you how this goes. So let me grab one. Alright, so the first one that we're going to do, we're pretty much just going to tie up in the corner. We're pretty much going to tie it in the corner. And then we're also going to go to the other side here. And we're going to tie in the corner here. These are going to actually be tied on. Alright, the other ones I'll show you the loop that we do. I got one tied there. And I'm going to tie the other one, and then I'll give you a close-up so you can see how I did that. Alright, so I got 2 of them tied up. Now I'm going to take you closer so you can see pretty much what I did here. So very simple, just a regular overhand knot. See that? Very simple. Simple overhand knot with 2 cords going down. You see how they pass the cords in the bottom here. All right, and then same thing here. You see how these 2 cords passed the cords that we have down here. Very important they go past it so that way you can tie them up at the end. Now, the ones in between, these are going to be much simpler. The ones in between here are going to be much simpler, and they also will be able to move. So let me show you these. Put on 2. Let me keep going. All right, I added 2 more. Let me put the last 2. All right, so I pretty much got them all on. I just need the last one. The last one, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and do it on camera. I don't know how good of a shot you're going to get. I don't know if I'm going to cover the shot myself. But I'm going to attempt to let you see it and then pretty much just show you guys how I do it. So, pretty much regular, the loop just like you see it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it over the back side. All right, bring that down. Let these two legs here come through all the way until they're finally through. All right, then I'm gonna hold everything together like this and just pull. All right, once you get here, then you can put everything together and you can squeeze it tightly. All right, and then you see how these move over left and right? So like I said, everything's adjustable and you can pretty much set it up how you want to at the right distances. All right, so I think I'm happy with that right there. And let's see how that looks. All right, so I'm gonna take you over here, let you see the knots. All right, this is what they're gonna look like. Every single one of them. All right, and then you can figure out the spacing that you want to use in between them. I think they're pretty evenly spaced. I'll move them around a little bit and get them more perfect. Now pretty much here on the bottom, we're not gonna do anything special like that kind of knot. We're just gonna do a regular overhand knot here on the bottom, tie them up together, cut off any excess, and we're ready to go. All right, now the actual part of tying it up, you're gonna see now. All right, now I'm not really doing this with a camera person. I'm doing this with my cell phone mounted up in a way that you can see it. So not everything is gonna be perfect, but I just want you guys to get the general idea. You should be able to figure it out and do it yourself. So I'm not gonna be able to zoom in. Maybe I'll take you up there once I finish the first knot, but I'm gonna show you how it goes. We're gonna start off in the middle. So we'll grab the center two. Make a diamond about pretty much the way that we want it. Okay, you see that? And we're just gonna tie the same knot that you've been seeing. Just run it through. Same knot right there. Okay, once you got that knot done, you're gonna work your way one way and then work your way the other way. So we're gonna go ahead and grab these two, try to even it up, and do the same knot. Try to get everything as even as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you get the idea. We're gonna work our way. So I'm gonna pause now and I'll get back to you. So I'm working my way back to the left. As you can see, they're almost done there. All right, now as you can see, I've already done the first line. Let me bring you a little closer here. I want you to see this because the last line here, you're gonna see it's sorry. The last line here, you're gonna see is completely loose, and this one here is also completely loose. But that's all right because as soon as we start tying here, we're gonna make a diamond right here, and we're gonna tie it up just like that. We're gonna come over here, grab this last line, start it with the first one that we got, make a diamond here, just tie it up there, and then we'll work our way all the way through and keep on doing the same thing all the way till we get to the bottom here. Once we get to the bottom, I'll show you what we gotta do there. move it along. Alright, so I want you to show you, I'm already on the second row of knots here. Now, by the time you get here and you're tying knots, you're going to be thinking to yourself, man, this ain't very pretty. I could have gone and bought me a net for about 15, 20 bucks online. It would have come out perfect, symmetrical. This ain't about being pretty. This is about showing you how to use your hands and make something yourself. So if you're worried about pretty, go ahead and turn off the video and go buy yourself a net online. See if you can get some shots of me actually getting some knots here. So far. So as you can see, that line on the bottom is getting further and further away from the end of the net. So don't believe that that's going to be the true bottom. As you tie the knots, of course, the net is going to go up a little higher. So when you make your strings and you start sizing your strings, the way that I did it there, I sized my strings for that length from top to bottom. But as you can see, it's going to be a lot smaller than that. So make space for the amount that it's going to shrink, you know. This is the first time I try this. I've never made one before myself. I've seen a couple videos on YouTube, and I decided to give it a try, show you guys how to do things with your own hands. But it's my first try as well. So once I get done, you'll see how much it shrunk. I mean, it's still going to be a net. It's still going to be something you can use. Still gonna work just as fine. It's just gonna be smaller than I thought. So I'll keep it going and stay tuned. Alright, so as you can see here, I have pretty much gotten to a point where I have very little material left. Now yes, I can move that bottom line here all the way up, keep on cutting, keep on making squares, which probably will give me a amount for one more square here and call it a day, and I can make my net up to here. But fortunately I have more material, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tie some knots to those ends and I'm gonna make it a little bit longer. So stay tuned, I'll let you know what happens here. So while I was doing the net, I realized that it was too small. It's not exactly what I wanted. So I went ahead and extended it. Got some extra material and made every line a little bit longer. Tied it up where I needed to tie it up. All these little spots. Some lines are longer than others. But pretty much made everything long. The last two are really long. because I realized that when I was on the top and on the bottom it's loose. But it's almost done pretty much. So I'll be checking in with you guys a little later. Alright, so here it is. Here is the final result. Like I mentioned, it's not as pretty as you would think. You can go get a pretty one, a brand new one online, or purchase at a motorcycle store or whatever you want, but this one is mine. This is the one I made, so I'm going to be proud of it. And this is the way it came out. Yes, it will stretch out more than what you see here. I just have the tacks holding it there in place just so that you can see it. Pretty much the ending part is what you didn't see. So I just got all the pieces that I could, tied them up in the bottom here, shortened up any leftovers, cut them and burn them. Just like I told you guys, I burned everything. You know, so just tied everything up. Any little loose ends that I needed to put together, like for example right here, I needed to do something because there was too big of a gap, so I got a little rope here in between, tied it up, cut it up, burned the ends, and this is pretty much it. So you can stretch it, use it however you want. In the future, maybe I'll do a video of it covering up and holding my helmet onto the bike. But for now, there's my net. Hope you guys enjoyed.